Business Mentor Talks is vlogged by no other, Armando Butz Bartolome, in cooperation with the Manila Times. It aims to bring to life and recognize entrepreneurs who constantly strive to create a living for the community as well. Listen to the Business Mentor Talks with Butz Bartolome.
Good morning, great afternoon to you, to all of those people watching the Manila Times vlog. This is Butch Bartolome, the business mentor. And this morning, actually, we have something. You know, did you ever realize that whenever you eat bread, you know, it's like sourdough, a bread that's really made by an artisan baker, you crave for it, right? And today, this morning, we have a guest, no, an entrepreneur who is actually specializing on sourdough baking bread. And no, siguro wag na natin patagalin. Let's call on Lulette Dominguez. Good morning, good Sunday to you, Lulette. Lu.
Good morning po, Tito Boots.
Yeah.
Hi.
So, tell me, paano ka naging entrepreneur? Ano ba yung background ni Lu? Yes.
My business started during the pandemic talaga. Pero before that, I wanted to bake. Yung aking mga kapatid, they bake. They study, they take courses. And then since we have this Viber group, we started, I was joining them. They started telling me, "Oh, Lu, mag-upisa ka na mag-bake. Ikaw na lang ang hindi nag-bake sa amin." So, they taught me. And then I started also watching in YouTube. Marami kasing nagpo-post sa YouTube. And then it really got my interest. Because I really wanted to make bread from the very start. It wasn't sourdough. Because I always prepared bread for my children going to school. So before I just bought bread. And then when my brothers and sisters enticed me to bake, yun. And then I was also lucky somebody gifted me then with an oven. So it was complete na. I had the oven, I had people teaching me. So I ventured into it. And then my sister also gave me my mother's starter for sourdough. So yun na, inalagaan ko na siya ever since 2018. Hanggang ngayon siya pa rin yung aking starter. And yeah, that made me. It's nice because I started with a very hard bread. Something na pwede mong pangpatay sa mangnanakaw, ganon. And then you keep honing the art, the craft, hanggang sa ayun, gumanda na yung tinapay ko, nagustuhan na ng pamilya ko. And then I was baking several loaves already. We couldn't consume it. And then a friend of mine told me, mag-post ka sa Facebook. May bibili doon. So, nag-post sa Facebook and true enough, merong bumibili. But not much. But during the pandemic, when people were really looking for a good kind of bread, yun, nag-click ako. Kaya, the pandemic was really kind of a blessing to me kasi doon ko nakuha yung marami sa customers ko ngayon. The cafe.
Yeah. So, you started with the bread. Why bread? I mean, you can start with cakes, you can start with cookies or pastries. Why focus on bread? There's something that you probably found a jewel there in bread, baking bread.
First of all, ayoko yung exact measurement. Ayoko yung very scientific. Sourdough is very it's very forgiving. Kahit sumobra kumonti ka sa measurement mo, nasa pag-manage mo eh. It's the way you develop it eh. So, yun yung pinakauna. Kasi my sisters, they bake bread, they bake cookies and everything is measured, weighed and everything. Hindi ko kaya yon. Sabi ko, hindi ko kaya yon. Pag sinabing 165, kahit 170, okay na dapat sa akin. Sa kanila, hindi. Pag 165, 165.
Exact
Yun.
talaga. Oo.
Yes. Hindi ako ganun tao. I like playing with it eh. I like adjusting on my own. So, if I get a recipe from YouTube, eventually, iba na yung recipe ko. Kasi I like to keep adjusting the recipe. And sourdough.
So you want to be innovative. In other words, Lou, you're not confined to what is and what is because you are going to innovate. You're going to be creative,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
In other words, you cannot be bound by within the box. Sabi
True.
nga natin, di ba?
That's very true.
Oo, kasi ano yan eh, artistic yan eh, di ba? Hindi naman yung nagko-commercial bread ka eh. No? Kaya nga ang tawag na dyan eh, mga artisan bakers.
Opo.
Artisan, di ba? They only bake bread what is within their own limitation. But tell me about sourdough. I'm really a fan of sourdough. But what is really sourdough ba? I mean, a lot of people ask me, why sourdough? Because I like the bread, but it started with the 2018 starter kit.
Yes, opo.
And what is the benefit? What's a good thing about sourdough ba, Lou?
Well, sourdough, they call it the healthier option in bread. Kasi you ferment the bread. There's a fermentation process going in when you do the sourdough bread. And it makes it healthier kasi mas maganda sa digestion. They say a low glycemic index, meaning pwede mong kainin siya na hindi ka nagsaspike yung sugar mo. Although, I always tell my customers, syempre po, taken in moderation. Hindi porket sinabing maganda to sa diabetic, ay kakainin mo naman yung buong loaf. So, wala rin, no? So, I always tell them also, take it in moderation also. You have to consider that. I like with sourdough is, yun nga, first and foremost, it's healthy. No? And then, just with flour, salt, your sourdough starter, and water, kakagawa ka na ng tinapay. Hindi mo na kailangan yung ibang ingredients na vanilla, cheese, mga ganon. You can have your own bread. Kaya na medyo na I liked it because it's so simple, but yet it's so difficult to do. You have to come up with your own procedure to come out with the ideal loaf that you like. Ako hanggang ngayon, I'm still developing it.
So ilang generations na itong sourdough from the time your mother gave it to you? Ay, pang ilan siya? Pang ilan siyang,
the sourdough
talaga? Starter.
My sister gave me my starter. I don't know where she got it, but it was an older starter na rin. And I just took care of it. So basta yung sa akin, it started with me 2018.
And you're still maintaining the mother sourdough, right? You're still maintaining
yes. I feed it and then I get some from it. I started that I will use. Tapos yung aking natirang konti, feed ko ulit. Tapos kukuha ako ulit doon. Tapos doon ako magpaparami ulit ng aking gagamitin. Pag ganun lang po.
Dapat magturo ka, Lou. I'm sure a lot of our viewers are itching to find out, magpapaturo ko kay Lululet and, kasi marami na ngayon maraming housewives ang are really venturing into this kind of breaking of bread. Not just an ordinary bread, but, especially sourdough. A lot of people making pizza are also using sourdough.
Actually, you can make a lot. Pati mga sourdough cake, pancakes, waffles, you can do anything with sourdough actually.
Correct. So paano yun, Lou? Ang business mo ngayon, where do you want to take your business? I mean, are you in the commercial aspect of it, or are you accepting a lot of people, especially with your bread, the type of bread that you're baking?
My business is very small as of now, but syempre gusto ko siyang lumaki. I'm thankful for those na dahil sa post ko sa Facebook, na-discover nila yung bread ko. Even some cafe, I'm supplying a few cafes already, and that's very good for me. And then
Mhm.
I have also individual customers. I would like to have more cafes to serve.
Mhm.
Also, natutuwa ako din sa mga I get to chat with my customers, mga individual customers, usually diabetics. Usually yan yung mga diabetics ang nakakausap ko. And I'm glad that I'm able to help kasi I'm able to give them an alternative kasi most of them like to eat bread. But since they have
Correct.
diabetics daw, they cannot, mga ganun. So I try to help them out. Sometimes I would even bake something na would fit them. Pero I
Ah.
don't sell it, ano. I try to fit what they need. Pero
Mhm.
pang customer lang naman po 'yon. So
Yeah,
I
but
want to
are you planning to put up your own brand, loose sourdough branches like a store? Is that in the pipeline, or you just want to supply existing cafes?
as of now nandun pa lang ako but siyempre eventually I'd like to have my own store. But medyo ano 'yun malaki ang capital din nun, 'di ba? Malaki
Mhm.
ang input tapos another venture that I have to manage. So right now, I mean, I would like to get more cafes. That's true. Bigger clients, but eventually, I'd like to have a store. I'd like
Right.
to be able to, kasi I also like to make sandwiches.
Hmm.
Sometimes I post on how I serve my bread. And some
Yeah.
people, natutuwa sila. Sabi ko, yeah, it would be nice also if I could have a store and I can serve this na, yan ka na, di ba? Puro sourdough, but whatever I can do with my sourdough bread.
Correct.
Yes, I'd
Correct.
like,
Correct.
eventually, maybe have a store. Nag-i-inquire din naman po ako. Like, I join bazaars. So,
Hmm.
para makilala din yung brand ko, the Sourdough Breadhouse. Yan. Kaya,
Sourdough, yan, tandaan nyo, mga kaibigan. Sourdough Bread House. Just
mm,
starting now. And probably a few months down the road, you will see, Sourdough Bread House in different locations. Di ba? Maganda yan, maganda yan. But a lot of entrepreneurs really do ganyan Nagsisimula talaga sa, they start with their own, they try to modify, they try to perfect, but they're not really into commercial. A lot of people nowadays, they just produce whatever they can produce. It's quality versus quantity.
quantity.
Hindi ba? Kasi if it's commercially done, where is the life? Where is the story behind the sourdough bread house, di ba? So yun yung maganda no, na hahanap-hanapin ka ng mga tao kahit konti na lang yung tinda mo, magkakagulo sila just to grab your bread, di ba? Yun yung mga maganda, yung mga nakikita ko yun mga ganon. Yung iba nga may prepaid. In other words, they pay you in advance and say, "Oh, Lou, here's my money. I will order blah blah blah." It's a good problem, right, Lou?
Yes,
Di ba?
true.
Oo,
Pag
ang
ano nga,
ganda.
pag may maraming order, oh, I have a good problem. I have this much order to do today. Mga ganon tipo.
Correct, correct. But quality is also number one, because isang
Mhm.
pitfall ng mga entrepreneurs, no. Quantity takes over quality kasi delikado 'yon, no. Alam mo
True.
naman,
Opo.
credibility at saka word of mouth nowadays with the digitalization that we're in with the social media, madali kang iangat, mabilis ka rang ibagsak. I mean, customer complain, blah blah blah, di ba? So what is now? Are you passing on this legacy to your children, being starting this business of sourdough bread house? Is that in the
Well,
pipeline that you're now passing on the baton?
nako, sad to say, wala pa sa kanila yung interest nung bread baking. But I'm telling them naman na, uh, tsaka I'm making videos of what I do.
Ah,
Sabi ko,
oh,
if something happens to me, you just have to watch what I've been doing. And you will learn what I'm doing. Kasi they're all interested with their own lines. I have a son who's an architect. My
uh-huh.
other son's a chemist. And my youngest daughter is into animation. So medyo
Oh,
malayo sa aking ginagawa. But
Oh, animation
sometimes,
naman, animation naman pwedeng gawin na si mom gumagawa ng sourdough, di ba? Pero anime yan, di ba? Yung mga ganyan. And you have a son who's an architect who can design probably how the look of a
bakery.
sourdough, di ba? The baker, di ba? Yun ang importante
And
doon.
my son, the chemist, I asked him, anak, bakit ganito to? Bakit ganito yung reaction? It's
Mhm.
really nice eh. I mean, I'm able to reach out yung mga questions ko rin sa aking business.
Good.
Kaya
So
nakakatuwa din.
it complements. It complements,
True.
and sooner or later, maganda yung ginawa mo. I like the idea that you're taking a video of what you're doing.
Mm.
It's only for your use at the moment, but your
Yeah, just
children
for,
are
no, actually, just
actually,
for me.
yeah, just actually, you can review it, di ba? Kasi iba,
Yes.
minsan, ang sarap ng tinapay mo, pero maya-maya, paano ko ba ginawa yun? Di ba? Yung bang, baka nagkamali ako ng recipe, di ba? You can review you can review your video, but it also provides guidance for your children.
True. You know, my mother, my grandmother, they are very good cooks. But sad
Ah.
to say, yung ibang niluluto nila, hindi na namin alam gawin because it wasn't handed.
Wala na.
Mm-mm.
Wala na yung, ano ba, ang tawag natin doon yung recipe, heirloom recipe.
Mm-mm.
Pa?
But, so,
Marami,
hindi na
oh,
namin na ano yun. Ngayon, at least if I have a video, they can always look at it. If they become interested, ay, ito pala yung ginagawa ng mami. Ngayon, wala kami ganun eh. Wala kami, ano kaya yung ginagawa ng lola
oo.
noon? Paano niya kaya ginawang ganito yung niluluto niya dati? Hindi, wala na kami.
What
Yun
were
lang
they
din.
or what were they known for that you can remember? What were they cooking before?
Yung mga kakanin. Also,
Ah,
my lola, my lola, she used to reach out to the poor and come up with very nutritious recipes na mura lang. Meron kami
mm,
dati nung yung pagkain mahirap. Marami
mm,
kaming, well, we grew up, my grandparents and my parents, they fed us healthy food. Kaya
mm,
yung mga dating ginagawa nilang healthy recipes na mura. Sa lola ko, yun yung mura. Tsaka
mm.
paano ka magluto, paano ka makakapagtanim. Yung lola ko, ano yun yung talagang pinaka sa aming, nag-ano sa amin na how to eat properly. Na it doesn't have to be
Yes,
expensive. Kaya rin
yes.
natutuwa ako sa sourdough because these are really simple ingredients. But
Uh-huh.
what makes the sourdough expensive is how you develop it eh. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, nung umpisa, ang tigas nung ginawa kong sourdough. Walang makakain. As in, ang tigas. Ngayon, ano siya, display siya ngayon.
Okay.
Ganun
So
siya.
I'm sure a lot of our viewers are wanting or itching. Where can we find Lou? Where can we? How can they order? Would you like to tell us where they can find you, Lou? Where is your location, Balu, at the moment?
I'm baking from a unit here at our condominium, the Princeton Residences. So, yung
Mhm.
isang unit, I turned it into my bakery. And, yun, I'm on Google, I'm in Facebook, the Sourdough Breadhouse.
Wow.
Yun. Most of my customers are just online and
That's
friends.
good.
Ganun lang.
Okay. So you can be found
Tutuwa.
in Google pala, and probably the title is the mother sourdough. You're the mother. You're
Sourdough
the
Bread
mom.
House.
Oh nga,
Sourdough
you're
Bread
the mom.
House.
You're the mom of Sourdough Breadhouse, di ba? So yun ang ano doon. But tell me, Lou, final siguro is what kind of takeaways that you can give to a lot of our viewers, those who are probably housewives, those who are probably looking for another revenue. Alam mo naman, mga panahon natin ngayon, hindi rin biro-biro, no? Because right after
Mhm.
pandemic, businesses are just picking up, no? What kind of takeaways would you want to impart to our viewers?
For me, baking became my passion eh. And sa ibang mga housewives, maybe there's something that they really want to do. Parang wag niyong i-confine na sa akin lang to. I'm sure sa ginagawa nila, merong ibang nakakagusto. So they can start developing what they like to do and then start selling. make perfecting whatever you want to do, kesa kung pagkain, damit, anything. Kahit na ano talent, anything that you can hone na mapaperfect mo on your own, you can earn from it. You can develop a talent and be profitable with it. Don't think na hindi naman to ma-appreciate ng iba. I didn't think that people will appreciate the bread that I make. It's only when my friend now told me, you start selling. That's when I got encouraged to sell. Even housewives sa bahay, you can make money Hindi wag mo sabihin housewife lang ako. Hindi. Maraming pwedeng pagkakitaan. Ang mga mothers are very creative. They can come up with ideas. If you cannot come up with an idea, manood ka lang sa Facebook and mga ganyan, you'll come up with an idea. All you have to do is be determined to do something to improve your present condition.
In other words, there's kumbaga persistence talaga, di ba? Hindi yung
True.
suko ka na, di ba? Yung suko na ako kasi ganito lang ako, hindi ako nakapag-aral, yung mga ganon. Yung mga, alam mo, yung mga marites na walang kasaysay-saysay, di ba? Di ba? Yung mga
make your life more productive.
Hindi productive no? In other words, like for example, you're a housewife and or probably both of you were probably laid off. You have to really find out ways how you can turn around, di ba? Maraming opportunities yan, di ba? Like for example, yung passion, I think I like what you said. No, you're very passionate about baking bread and you never stop. I'm sure you stop in the beginning, no? Para bang yung matigas na tinapay na pwede ibato sa magnanakaw. Siguro sabi ng mga anak mo, mami naman, anong klase yung bato or bread? I mean, but you still persisted. You still persisted, right? There's nothing impossible, sabi nga natin, di ba? Maganda yung ginawa mo. And look where you are now. Ilang taon na ba yung ginagawa mo? 2-3 years now?
18.
Is running 18?
Marami na pa. 2018 ako nag-start. Pero nung pandemic ako nag-boom. So,
correct.
Kaya nga, even the pandemic did not stop me.
Correct. So, kung hindi, magkakasakit ka, di ba? Tsaka, you're going to get old, Look at Lou. Lou is always forever young looking, di ba? Kasi nga, iba yung disposition niya, di ba? So, ganyan ang entrepreneur. So, Lou, I really appreciate this interview and really I want to keep up. I'm sure I'll be showing you some of the pictures. Naku, pag nakita niyo yung pictures na pinadala sa akin ni Lou, naku, ewan ko sa inyo, pag hindi pa kayo nag-order dyan, di ba? Mapapa-order ka at mapapa-convert ka na artisan bread makes a difference rather than commercial bread, di ba? Kasi marami ring unhealthy bread din, di ba? Yung bang sobra-sobra yung mga, ano ba yung nilalagay nila? Yung mga pampaputi na bread na sobrang additives, di ba? So,
mga bleached flour. Yung treated flour.
Correct. So, Lou, thank you very much and thank you for this Sunday na naisturbo ko yung I'm sure you're still baking bread. And, siguro it's your time out. And
all home po sila ngayon.
all home, So, yung starter bread mo, yung dough, I'm sure a lot of people will say, turuan nyo naman kami, baka magkaroon ka ng YouTube channel na ganyan, di ba? Si Sourdough, hindi masama, di ba? Again, you can also be a teacher online and you can profit from that, no? So, yes. Daming opportunities.
I could venture into that also in the future.
Yeah. Specialize on sourdough. Sourdough. I mean, that's it. Not a bread, just sourdough.
Yes, sourdough.
Singular product. I think the success there ng negosyo is singular product. Hindi yung maraming products. Minsan
Tapos hindi
nagkakadulot
nila
doon, di ba?
ah,
Minsan quality napapabayaan, di ba? Yun ang ano doon. So again, thank you very much, Lou. And
thank you po.
again, it's really a pleasure talking with you. This is such a short period, but I'm sure a lot of our viewers will be watching and repeating this. Okay?
Thank you very much po.
Yeah. So thank you.